Hello everyone, it is Memorial Day weekend here going into Monday, even though the market will be closed due to Memorial Day, but I thought it would be appropriate to come on here and talk about Mullen with everybody and look at what's going on here recently with developing stories with Mullen Automotive. So latest news, positive real news that we know to be true here with Mullen, obviously already triggering some people with my wording here, but Mullen has completed its participation at the Government Fleet Expo conference. So that has happened. As far as we know, not a lot has come out of that as of right now. And obviously I'm talking about contracts, but it was an opportunity for Mullen to show off what they're doing car wise and what they're trying to do here in the future. So, the Skippy right now with Mullen is, like I always say, there's different investors with it divided down the line. We have people here saying that this is going to be the biggest stock here very soon because there's going to be a squeeze like we've never seen a squeeze before because of the so-called deals that are coming up, and the more it gets pushed down, it's going to be a humongous comeback here with Mullen. There's that, and then there is the investor that is like, hey, I'm just here because I'm hoping for a long-term investment here. Now, Mullen obviously is coming off this reverse split, and since the reverse split, it has not turned course at all. It has continued to fall apart here. Even with some news, some rumors, all good, it still is not doing much here. Now this week we did see a little bit of a push. We were falling, going all the way to 74 cents, and then we saw a bit of a hike up yesterday around 95 cents, and then Mullen just slid back down to an 81 cent zone to close out the week going into Memorial Day weekend. So other things with that, friends, there's one situation that I'm trying to be very gentle on with talking about Mullen. There's obviously the whole Lawrence thing here. And there's like Mullen Automotive, and then there's this guy named Lawrence who works for Automotive. As he says, he's always talking about future deals with Mullen. He is the hype guy. It's pretty much what he is. And every time he goes live, something wrong happens, or it's just not that big of a news to really be talking about. No one really cares about it. And listen, this is not like a hit piece right now with Mullen. I'm rooting for Mullen. I want this to work. I really do. I think this could really be something for the future, because obviously the next time into the future, EV cars, the EV market is going to continue to get better. But like I said, talking about Lawrence here, every time Lawrence comes on, this has kind of been the thing with Lawrence. He always comes on and is saying there's going to be a huge deal. We're going to continue to talk about our revolutionary battery technology that is surpassing every other EV, which that is quite a claim. And, he keeps talking about the Middle East deal, the Saudi deal, which, that is like the life support of Mullen right now. The Saudi deal, if you've been with Mullen for any time, you've heard about the humongous $10 billion Saudi deal that is supposedly going to happen here. It keeps getting pushed back. It keeps getting hints and bits here or there what might happen, but we just have not seen anything happen here. So, and every time I make a Mullen video, people get mad because they're like, well, you're not mentioning every other deal. I've mentioned so many real deals and deals that haven't happened with Mullen. It's really like, I think it's important that we just talk about what's going on right now. So trying to mush all that together in a handbag here, like I said, you have different investors with Mullen. I think there's people here that don't give two cahoots about the future of Mullen. They're just here looking for a squeeze, a push for Mullen. Is a big squeeze possible for Mullen? Absolutely. I think it's crazy to say that, a squeeze is off the table for any stock, especially a stock that is very still hyped up and talked about. And yes, Mullen is a real car company that is really having deals come through. They just completed another deal, the North Carolina deal, not long ago, and that deal even got extended. So there's real things happening here, but but obviously a lot of the focus right now on Mullen is that it has turned into a bit of a meme stock, and people are trying to make it into the new AMC, and that could be a little bit dangerous place to be. Is squeeze here to like $1.50, $2 off of a good deal possible? Absolutely. If this Saudi deal turns out to be a real signed paper contract that investors can see, and there is actual physical money handed over to Mullen for a deal, that is going to be a life-changing overnight for Mullen. There's no doubt about that. If you're buying in right now, you're going to have a double, triple, quadruple hit on your stock right now. It's going to be great. Problem is that we keep getting pushed back. We keep getting, silence, and we keep getting that it's gonna be the biggest thing in the world, even though we're not giving dates anymore. We're not giving time, X, when, where, how. It's just we're watching Mullen fall apart here, and it sucks. It really just sucks. And like I've said before, people get upset when you start to question a company. If you're putting $5 to $5,000 in a company, why is it not okay to ask questions? If you're giving somebody money to clean your house, you're gonna want to see results of a clean floor. There's nothing wrong with that. So putting money into a stock, you're going to want to see like, hey, are you actually getting contracts? Are you actually getting paid? Hey, is that deal you keep talking about for the past 6 months now actually going to happen? Because friends, there is a thing that happens with a lot of companies that if you spent any time in the market, it's a dead giveaway. It's called Fomo news, and I have seen it 100 times with penny stock companies where they keep saying, we're gonna do this, we got this going on, we're gonna do this deal is gonna be humongous, and then it never happens. And then there's reverse split, another reverse split. It just keeps going. Another big thing that happened here, May 15th, the latest quarterlies came out with Mullen, and they just did not hit expectations with a lot of investors here. So we came out the reverse split, we came right into this quarterly. Mullen has the support right now of just people looking for a squeeze, people looking to day trade a penny stock. What it is losing in heavy hands is long-term investors right now. It doesn't have the support of investment firms, big companies that come in and say, hey, we're going to buy up, $1 million, $2 million worth of shares. It doesn't have that right now. So friends, here's the key bullet points of where I'm at. Listen, like I said, I'm not trying to come on here and talk trash with Mullen. I am rooting for Mullen. I want this to work. I wish that Mullen would do a little more talking about this Saudi deal in general. But friends, like I said, bullet points here, Mullen is doing something. That they do have deals going through. They're just not huge deals. They're not like life-changing deals. There seems to be two different lifespans of Mullen. There's Mullen Automotive Company, then there's Mullen Automotive Company with Lawrence, a guy that keeps kind of hyping investors up, and it keeps leading to nowhere. There's a lot of people that really bought in big to Mullen right before the last reverse split because, there was supposed to be a Saudi deal, it was supposed to be humongous. People bought in, spending thousands of dollars, and then, that's when people got really PO'd because they bought in right there, and then, nothing happened. It was a huge mess. And we've kind of continued to see that recently. So I'm hoping things turn around here. I'm hoping that this Saudi deal is real, but I think a lot of us, the majority of investors right now, they're tired, they're done, they're sick of hearing that something's going to happen. And it's not off the table that Mullen can continue to be diluted here. It can continue to fall apart, and it could go within months from now, especially if there is devastation in the market here coming up in June here. I'm not even going to go into that situation, that we could see Mullen really, I don't think 50-40 cents is out of the question here. It's just not having support. There's only so much the blue collar investor can do right now with Mullen without the support of big buy-ins and eating up shares. And I think that's something that we need to realize and look at here. So friends, I'm rooting for Mullen, I'm rooting for all of us, but something dramatic and big has got to happen here with Mullen to keep it alive, to keep it going, and God, get it back to $1. We're under $1 again. It's got to get to $1. So friends, with all that said, I wish all of you a wonderful week, wherever you're watching this video. and I will talk to you soon. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.